Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Harshad Bhagwat, a job search strategist, and here we are, yet another Ask Me Anything about job search. Yes, are you there? Just hit that like button wherever you're watching me. And this is an interactive session. It's all about you and your career. So, what are those questions, burning questions? Where are you stuck in your job search, in your career growth? I'm sure your experience, I'm sure you have long domain experience, you have the right skills, but then why you stuck in your career? Are you stagnated at mid career? Whatever that is, feel free to ask any question. So wherever you are watching me, put your question in the comments below this, and I'll be answering your questions live. Okay, so this is the format. uh, I meet experienced professionals every week. I do my job search masterclass. I have a community career champions club, more than 400 experienced professionals, right from a junior engineer, even a college student, till VPs and CFOs. And I always feel that everyone's career is so different, right? Do you agree with me that we all are pretty much different, wired different, and also our experiences, our certification, our domain knowledge is all different. So, and the world is changing so fast that before we know it, the things around us have changed. We have seen that happening after pandemic. So let me know, what is keeping you stuck? Why are you not where you want to be? And if I can help you even a little bit during this discussion, I think my job is done here. Okay, so wherever you are watching me, you can freely put your question in the comments, and I'll answer that. Yes, perfect. So I see some of you have already started putting. Mandeep, hi. Yes, is that the question, Mandeep? Is the 12 years in the same company? Okay, let me take that. Naveen, hi. Good evening. Yes. So Rishikesh, you have this is a LinkedIn live, so I will not be able to unmute you. You can put your question in the comments, and I'm seeing that. Okay, it's a different format than an audio event which you might be seeing. Okay, yes, life at its best. Okay, good to see you. Yes, absolutely. Okay, okay. So Rishikesh, yes, yes. So please message if I can help you with anything. Of course, you can DM me on LinkedIn as well later. But let me help you a bit during the session, and then we can take the discussion ahead. Yes, Rishikesh. Okay. The first question is from Mandeep. 12 year in the same company. Mandeep is not a challenge. Okay, honestly, uh, it's not a problem. But if you are in the same company, in the same role, doing the exact same work, that is a problem. Okay, why? Because your current company must be happy with your work. That's why you're getting that salary, and you must be comfortable. But it also means that you haven't grown. 12 years is a long time, my friend, right? I mean, we get engineering from first standard till engineering in 16 years. So you have almost spent that much amount of time in the same company. So there are many examples where I have friends who have spent 15 years in the same company, 20 years in the same company, even in today's world, but they have changed their positions. They have changed departments, roles. So what happens is that they can always say that, yes, I worked with this, then I worked with that project, then I improved my this skill, I did some certification, and then I could get into that project as well. I think that's how you have to look at it. So Mandeep, if you haven't done that, then probably you can take that time out. Maybe you are still in the same company, that's fine, but you have to keep on growing, my friend. Okay, so join some certifications, plus first and identify wherever you are and whatever domain you work in, identify what's next for you. You are A today. What is that addition of B will result into a very different Mandeep C? Think like this. Okay, and that C will be valuable in the same domain, and you will be able to take your domain experience, your skills you have honed over those 12 years forward. But you will be able to get into not just different company, but maybe in the same company at a better position, a better role, and basically add more value to the company and return get more salary. Think like this, Mandeep. So I hope you could get some pointers from me. If yes, then put yes in the comments so that I will know that I could help you bit today. Yes. Next question is Akanksha. People are not getting interview calls. Akanksha, this is one most important problem, or the most frequently asked question, if you can say. And there are multiple reasons, Akanksha. See, at a junior level, we have a habit that you just maybe just build our resume, download a template, write something, and we could get some calls, and I mean, but that is no longer true. Okay, at experience level, the main reason is what I tell my students is you spend all your time on job portals. Okay, job portals have only one, or they are only one aspect in the job market. I have nothing against them personally. It's just that they are limited. Okay, it's it's your first choice, but if you ask the recruiters, hiring managers, they do not put all their openings on job portals for various reasons, and there are obvious reasons actually. Okay, so if you spend all your time on job portals, you feel I'm applying to 100 jobs, many of those jobs are already filled, and there are many reasons, what is happening behind the scenes. Another reason could be you're applying to wrong jobs, you're applying to wrong companies. So another problem I'm seeing inside my career champions club also, that people don't really know themselves that well. Okay, and it's like the introspection, what we call the value proposition, and understanding the right market. And when that match happens, magic happens. Okay, so understanding the job market, understanding yourself, and targeting right jobs, the right companies is so important. Even at right levels, many times I've seen people applying to lower level jobs, and that's why the recruiter feels, why are you applying, you're over experienced, and they come to me complaining, Harshad, have I lost it, am I overage now? It's nothing like that. I think you have to just identify your place in the next company, basically in your place in the job market today, and really identify how do you get there. Even most jobs my students are getting are through reaching out to specific people and getting referred by their current network or by building targeted networks. So just to sum up, identifying right jobs, right companies, right place in the job market, and using right job strategies. I have actually several stories on my YouTube channel where even a 20-year experienced person is getting 18 interview calls, right interview calls, 10 interviews, and getting 3 job offers. So there are multiple such examples. It is possible for each one of you if you just follow a systematic game plan rather than sort of trying randomly, like just, spray and pray that, let me apply to 100 jobs and let's see if I get one call. I think it rarely works. Okay, if it worked with you last time, that's okay, but may not be today. Okay, so instead of just wasting time, I think why not learn a systematic game plan and do the right things. Yes. All right, Akaksha, if I Alaknanda, I'm sorry, I hope I could give you some pointers. Type yes in the comments if this could at least give you the first few pointers along the way. uh, yes, the next question is from Naveen. Hi Naveen, I have question. In company job portal they ask for current CTC and expected CTC. Do we need to mention, or we can skip mention zero? Yes, so sometimes they I mean, on job portals I would always recommend not mentioning that, okay, as your first strategy. Sometimes on those company portals they make it mandatory. See if you can somehow skip that. Okay, the reason is you don't want to uh, make them, like, you don't know their budget basically, and you might be underpaid in your current company because of several reasons. But it's all about proving your value at the same time. But also later, if you feel that you're always getting lower level, lower budget offers, then you might want to specify that, because you might be getting good salary, and it's not easy to match that in your next job. So depending on how good calls you're getting, you can tune this strategy. But I think, Naveen, you're thinking right. Sometimes you have to a little bit be intelligent enough to start getting calls, start getting through the ATS and recruiters to at least start meeting the hiring managers. See, for me, the real game starts in job search, meeting the hiring manager. Okay, so till that time, how can you get through all those barriers and really meet your potential boss, literally your potential general manager, VP, and really present why you worth what you worth and why they should hire you. For me, how fast you can get to that stage, how more real interview calls you can get, I think that matters. But of course, salary should not be always your first criteria. Of course, it's the main criteria, but at least when they meet you, they feel that, no, Naveen, I think, is worth what he's talking about. They might be able to increase their budget. They always have a band in their budget, so of course it depends on the companies as well. So, Naveen, yeah, it's a great question. Thank you for asking. I hope I could give you a few pointers to start your journey at least. Yes, just type yes in the comments. Yes, Naveen. Nitin, I'm from non-tech. Okay, want to come to data. Okay, not able to take out some time to practice. Should I resign? Do the efforts to transition? Also, CTC is very less. Nitin, if I can understand, you want to shift, but you're not able to spend that much time in the certification, in doing projects to shift, because probably your current job is too taxing, or you have a lot of things happening in your personal side. Nitin, it's a very, very, very personal call, I would say. Okay. Because career change does take time. Okay, it's not going to be like, even if you have all 9 hours, 16 hours, you'll be able to finish a certification within a week, and you'll be able to finish a project within a week. Yes, you can do those small certifications, but they will be limited, I would say. To go deep in any field, I think you need that much time, don't you think? So what I suggest is that, are you for sure that this is your next career destination? Have you really thought it through? Have you researched the market for data analysts today? Okay, in which sectors? And even if you're from non-tech, doesn't matter. But let's say I have some finance. I mean, I remember a student who was from finance background. He shifted to data analytics. And the way we had put his career story, because I personally worked with him, it's like finance background plus data analyst. And he was always targeting fintech jobs. Same with another student, remember, who always worked with retail. So how can you build that A plus B equals C, rather than, otherwise you'll be starting in the new career from scratch, and all your past experience, is it like zero, is it like useless? No, right? I mean, you must have that experience, you must be having some skills, you must be knowing this in the market. So how can you identify that? Start with that. Of course, later, if you think later, when you think and what I would always suggest for you is, first, also learn the job search technique, so that when maybe you have to resign and work on yourself full time, you're at the same time you're in the job market, you've started getting calls, and you can work your way forward, right, Nitin? So let me tell you, be very honest, 3 to 6 months you will minimum need to change your career. I hope you have that liquid fund with you to balance your EMIs and all that. So, but take that decision. Okay, if you are in it, I also changed my careers twice. I have few people in my career champions club who have changed their careers. So it is possible. I think if you do it well, thought it through, if think it through and plan ahead, I think you will be able to. And you are choosing data analyst positions which are in demand in the market, but just make sure you're doing it in the right way. Yes, Nitin, I hope you could get some pointers. Say yes in the comments if I could help you a bit. Guys, of course, these are fast, rapid fire question answers. I don't know everything about you, so I'll be giving you little generic answers, but my honest intention is at least help you understand few pointers which might be blocking you. Okay. And is what I do is basically, if you want to learn this job search game plan, what I'm talking about fully, what I would really urge you to join me tomorrow as well at 8 p.m. So I'll be doing one more session tomorrow, not on LinkedIn, on Zoom, so that I can help you understand my entire job search game plan. It's a 6 steps game plan. I do this job search masterclass. And I'm sorry for the mistake there. It's Friday, 13th October, 8 p.m., which is tomorrow. And you can just register yourself for this harshadbhagwat.com/webinar, or you can DM me on LinkedIn, or you can sort of find me anywhere on social media. I'll share that link with you as well. Okay. Um, okay, going back to our questions. Okay, Rishikesh, yes. Switch jobs 4 times. Okay, in every company. Okay. Okay, sales. It's unsafe job profile. My last CTC was okay, not able to get. Yes, same CTC. Have career break. Uh, Rishikesh, now I understand a little bit more. I'm sure you are going through tough time, man. Um, Rishikesh, it's okay. It's okay. It happens. Okay, many of us have such major challenges in our career, and pandemic has really hit us hard. If some of you know my story, I personally had to completely switch my career, had to go through tough financial time as well. So, Rishikesh, I feel you, man. Okay. Rishikesh, but sometimes at these worst points, you should not rush. At these worst points, probably you should just see if you need to really do a little bit focused. What should I say? It's a time of pause you might need. Okay, what I would really urge you to do is that you have changed your jobs, then there was nothing happening, you don't like your profile. So I see a lot of chaos and confusion. Why not take that time out to really understand who is Rishikesh? Okay, what you're good at. It's a self introspection step, which is the first step in my six steps job search game plan. Then what happens is that you should know what are you really good at, what do you value in your career. And there must be some tussle between you and your company, probably because of mismatch of career values, or you're just kind of joining wrong companies, wrong profiles in just search of good salary, but it's not working out for you, right? So why not take that time out to really understand yourself, and how exactly, in which market, with which types of companies, at what role Rishikesh will be perfect, and not just from layoff point of view, you will really thrive, not just survive. And whatever CTC you might be talking about, guys, sometimes we always go through CTC like this as well. In today's world, you cannot just expect all up linear and even like exponential career growth all the time. Okay. I think, Rishikesh, if you are at rock bottom, just think like you cannot. It's all no. It's now all up for you. Okay, it's all up for you. Rishikesh, just meet me tomorrow in my job search masterclass. Okay, just learn this exact 6 steps game plan. I hope I'll be able to help you much deeper tomorrow in this free masterclass tomorrow. Okay, so Rishikesh, let us dig deeper into this rather than just trying randomly, submitting resumes and hoping for something. Okay, Rishikesh, I hope I could give you some pointers. Um, it happens, Rishikesh. I think there are many people in my community who are out of job or laid off. Let me tell you one scenario of Ranjit. Uh, he's senior person, okay, and he got laid off. But I have seen his journey. But he could get the next job within 4 months with a salary hike at leadership position. Okay, so it can happen with you as well. Gap is not a problem, layoff is not a problem. It's the problem here. Do you approach the things in the right way? Yes, Rishikesh, I hope you could get some pointers. Just type yes in the chat box if you could get something. Mohib, thanks for asking this question. Could you share some ideas, books on earning promotion faster in 6 to 8 months after joining as beginner, newcomer? Is being irreplaceable, unique in method of work the only way to skyrocket our success. uh, Mohib, I don't know, like book or particular. Let me tell you skills. I think you meant ideas. Being irreplaceable, I think that's a great word you used. Okay, like companies pay you when they cannot find a better person or a cheaper person outside. Let's be honest about this fact. Okay, and especially as you grow up the ladder, as you're in the same company as Maninder was saying, so how do you become irreplaceable? Let me tell you a few more aspects of growing in your career. Even if you are at a starting position, how do you continuously grow in your career? Mohib, I think today the market is changing so fast. So, do you continuously understand? Yeah, do you continuously understand how market is evolving around you, and starting with your own company and your own department? Their expectations might be changing. Their customer demands are changing accordingly. It's a backward integration to your work as well. Do you know uh, what are your goals, but what are your boss's goals, what are your boss's boss goals, and how are they changing with time? Think like this. How is market changing, quarterly at least, and what can happen. Try to predict that. I think market research is something in my own career have been able to do well. The one more skill I think we should all hone and always nurture is communication and presentation, right? Moib is like not the work you do, how you present yourself in your weekly team meetings, in your quarterly reviews, and in your performance reviews as well. Okay, are you writing the task you did, or are you writing the results you could give in those shorter time to your department, to your company, to your customer? How are you positioning? How are you communicating? How difficult that job, but how the customers was happy? How you faced a conflicting scenario but you could still do well. So the way you constantly communicate in your team, to with your customers, with your boss, very much required. Same thing goes with your resume, your LinkedIn profile, right? I think personal branding for all of us is required, especially on LinkedIn. So you're all watching me on LinkedIn. Even if you are in a happy job, you don't want to change. That's absolutely fine. Still continue to not just read on LinkedIn. Okay, engage with the people. And if you find someone like you're joining me, you're asking me questions, engage with the people who are posting. I guess you don't have to always, engage with influencers or coaches and all that. You can engage and should engage with people in your industry, especially at better positions than you, working in better companies, and even in other geographies. Why not? Ask technical questions to them. What's happening in their market, in their technologies? That's how you gather market intelligence, right? And you constantly stay ahead of the curve. So brand yourself on LinkedIn so that you always get accepted, your connection requests get accepted, and you get respect as you deserve. So some of the ideas, Mohib, I hope I could give you to continuously grow in your career. But this was great question, Mohib. It's a very, very good question. Thanks for asking that. I hope I could give you some pointers. Next question. Okay, second question, Naveen. Uh, how do we need to change our resume as per company job description? Naveen, it's words, sentence. Yes, but they are like lower level. See, just understand the basic concept of your resume is not your life history. Nobody cares about your life history. Resume, for me, or at least for our career champions club, we say it's your brochure for that type of opening in that type of industry for that type of company. So how the expectations they have, are you able to match, and are you able to showcase that on your resume? And I'm not even lying here. Okay, don't lie on your resume just because they expect that in their job description. It's about putting it forward. Or Naveen, if you have like 100 things you have done over your career, which things you should portray uh, at the top, which things you should highlight more? I'm talking about that. And of course there are power words which start with verbs. Basically, they are like the output driven words. Have metrics, always talk about output. When you deliver the output, it is given that Naveen knows the input. Naveen knows how to get the job done. When you say that I've I've done it. So think about output, because resume is always very crisp, 1 or 2 pages. So you have only that much bandwidth and space to talk about output. So there's a format in which to write your bullet points. So keywords, bullet points, and your summary, the way you write it to match yourself, even up to 60-70% is more than enough. Recruiters say they never get the ideal candidate. Okay, so all you have to do is just make sure they shortlist you, okay, for the next interview calls. Yes, Naveen, I hope you will start improving your resume henceforth. Yes, I hope you could get some pointers. Yes, yes, Neha, why are we not getting calls after applying? I think Neha answered this question 2 times in this live. If you join little late, what you can do after this live ends, at the same place where you are, I think you're joining me on LinkedIn, you will be able to watch this video one more time. So I think my first or second question was this, and I went in depth and I also answered Naveen's question about the resume. So I hope I've answered this question, Neha. After this live ends, you can go back to previous timestamp and revisit that. Okay, Neha, thanks for asking this question. Simran is saying, given a lot of interviews but not getting selected. Okay, now Simran, first of all, as opposed to Neha and others, at least you're getting calls. Okay, and I hope they are suitable calls. In interviews, Neha, sorry, Simran, it's all about convincing your boss. Seriously, seriously. It's all about that they have found the right person. Do you know the job description? Can you read between the lines? Why are they expecting that? Why do you think they need that? The skills, the experience level, the roles and responsibilities. Read between the lines as well. And accordingly, can you identify top 3 pointers which you should highlight during the entire interview? And they will feel that Simran is one of the top candidate. Simran, I'll take you one more step forward. Can you make sure the first 30 seconds of your any interview, whether it's screening call, phone call, or a physical round, or even the last round, doesn't matter, first 30-40 seconds, when they say introduce yourself or Simran, they just want you to start speaking. Do you say, hi, I'm Simran, I've done MBA? Or can you directly start saying, this is what I have to offer to you, I mean, your organization, and that's why I'm so excited to be considered for this opportunity, what we call elevator pitch. And we practice that inside Career Champions Club, and what happens is that the first 30 seconds, you're so solid, and you're feeling nervous, but that you prepare so hard for first 30 seconds that you feel confident. And you know what, do you want to know the secret? I'm sure there are many managers, leaders here who will laugh at this secret. Interviewers most of the times do not come prepared for the interviews. Okay, so many times they haven't read your resume. Many times they haven't thought it through. So it's good that you are starting. You're basically giving them the pointers on what they should ask for. So if they get 3 pointers about your specific experience, about a specific skill or certification, why not ping, or why not poke them to ask questions on it? It's all about how do you take that interview forward. If you are, Simran, taking interview as an exam, as your JEA CAT exam, where they can shoot bullets of questions at you, and you have to pass that exam, and you have to be always first to even get considered. It's nothing like it. Okay, it's not an interrogation, it's a conversation. So how can you converse with them also after second? I mean, after the second part of the interview starts, how do you start asking questions, and how do you end that interview as well? So there is a whole little bit practice required. Simran, if you have any weak links on your resume, really practice your answers for that. Top 5, 10 interview questions, practice your answers. Sometimes it's just mere practice. Okay. So, Simran, there will be more pointers coming as well in my job search masterclass tomorrow. Hoping to see you there as well. Because for me, interviews is selling convincing skills, starting with a very well prepared elevator pitch, then having taking that interviewer forward along the lines of what you want to present, preparing your answers for those top questions, and even ending the interview in the right way. So there is little science and also art behind taking them forward. Yes, Simran, I hope rock your next interview. Okay, and you will find some interview related videos also on my YouTube channel. As all of you, if I hope I'm able to give you value. Just ping me on LinkedIn, DM me on LinkedIn. I'll share few PDFs, few ebooks, and a free course as well, so that you can start your journey towards your dream job as well. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Simran, for asking this question. uh, Guys, as I said, just DM me for a free course and free guides. Okay, my team will reply to your question and send you. Just have to, click on the link and download. All right. Uh, okay, let's go forward. I think Naveen is having a lot of questions. Thanks for asking, Naveen. Let me come back to you. Okay, let me take some more questions. Uh, okay, some LinkedIn user. Nowadays, there have been many scenarios where the interviews are not in line with the job description. How should we handle? I think, yes, whoever you are, hi, friend, let me call that. Yes, it happens. It happens. They are just copy pasting job description many times. They are not being truthful about their or sometimes they are not even clear about their expectations when they post that opening or they start getting the applications. And as they move along, you sometimes get surprises. So my my thing is, I think what I answered Simran as well. If you, of course, you have to start with whatever they provide you. Okay, that's fine. But of course, expect some change. So if you find during the interviews, if you find that they're expecting things which you are not able to comprehend why, what happens is that, during your screening call, they are only checking some foundational things about you. In your first interview, they are checking additional things, and in your last interview call with your senior management, whatever, they are checking different things. So in every interview, my friend, you have to also ask questions to them through which you will get that understanding. Okay, may not be like a written job description, but maybe an understanding that what exactly, which technologies do they use, or what are the challenges they are facing for which they are hiring you, or why there is an opening, what happened with the previous person, or they are growing their team, then why, what are the goals, like ask insightful questions. Okay, not like, okay, what is the salary, or do you have 5-day work week? Okay, not those type of questions. Go prepared with some insightful questions where you can turn an interview into a conversation. And it really happens, friend, that I think 15 days back, one of my student told me that her interview, the interviewer was speaking more time for more longer time than her. And there itself, we knew that her interview went well. Okay, so it's like, if the interviewer is giving you more information about the role, about the company, and and then that's how, but of course, credit goes to her for turning that interview into a conversation, of breaking that initial barriers we have when we meet a stranger. So all those things matter as well. Yes, friends. So I hope I could give you some pointers. Yes, it happens, but I think there are ways to make sure you're always vigilant and you're always asking the right questions, so that you can navigate your journey through that hiring process. Yes, thank you for asking that question. Okay, some more as well. Okay, okay, thanks for asking so many questions. I hope I could give you some value pointers. Harsha, okay. I'm from hospital background. Okay, I thought you are in hospital. Okay, you are from hospital background, and I'm having experience. Still, I'm not getting any appropriate job in my field. I think, Harsha, I have answered this question 2-3 times before. So if you joined little late, after this LinkedIn live ends, you can go back. So I've answered this question. How do you identify target market, job market for you? How do you align your resume accordingly? How do you know yourself well? And how do you use the right job search strategies to get multiple calls? Okay, so Harsha, I have answered this question multiple times actually in this live, but you can go back and DM me. I'll give you a free course which is on exact this thing actually. How do you the game plan towards your dream job? Okay, Harsha. So hoping to give you more pointers outside this session as well. Thank you for asking this question. Okay, one more friend. I did a career transition into data analyst. Okay, but it took 5 years. Now I'm stuck. Why are you stuck? I'm not getting calls. I need suggestion. Same thing. It's not about 5 years. It's about how you're showcasing yourself. How are you? Do you know where you belong? Are you targeting right level? Are you using right strategies? So I think we covered that. I know not getting calls is the topmost question. So sometimes I just start my LinkedIn live by that only. Literally, it is like always true. So you're not alone. You're not alone having this challenge. There are other people as well, but there is a way. My students are getting multiple calls if you just follow the right strategies. Okay. So hoping to see all of you in my job search masterclass tomorrow on Zoom. So over 90 minutes, I can really help you. I mean, I see, it's a journey. Right now it's a short interaction, but what happens in 90 minutes, I can take you on a journey from basics till your dream job. I will be able to uncover the secrets my champions are using. Okay, friend, I hope I could give you some pointers. Abhijit, how do you get a lead for better job opportunities? I think the same question. uh, Yes, Rishikesh, happy to help. It is our first interaction, probably, but should not be the last. Okay, let's stay connected. Uh, I think you just consider joining my community as well, Career Champions Club, so that every day we'll be able to add it. Not getting relevant job in the reverse logistics in supply chain warehouse. Okay, good that you're telling me your domain, but Govardhan, that is just a very big industry. What exactly you do there? What types of companies? Will you work in manufacturing companies who need supply chain warehouse, or will you work in TPL companies? Will you work in shipping companies? I have students from all types of companies. So what are you talking about, Govardhan? You have to know. Okay, in those types of companies, what are they, where are they, how large are they, what kind of job roles they have you identified that, and expectations according to that, have you made your resume and preparing for interviews? So again, Govardhan, just learn my entire job search game plan in my masterclass tomorrow, Govardhan. I hope I could add some value to you. Plumbing supervisor Umakanta, I think doesn't matter what your domain is. I think the game plan remains pretty much same. Okay, so I hope you could get some pointers from others' questions as well. Yes, it's scary, Rishikesh. Thank you for being so open and honest. Um, uh, Guys, I want to touch base on one more thing. Probably, uh, we don't say that in the modern world, but see, it's not about game plan. It's not about just knowing things. It's about implementation, right? And that's where what happens is that we start with something. How many have this problem? Type me in the comments that you start with something and then you don't continue because life takes over, or you have that self doubt, crushing your confidence from back. Yes. So what happens is that, Rishikesh, it's not just you, even me. I face self-doubt challenges. Sometimes I just not confident about myself. But you know what, Rishikesh, at this time, you should have a community of people around you. So what we do is that we start our day with a goal card. All of us have a goal card. All of us start our day with our affirmation video. And you know what? It's like you are in a job search journey or not. I want to put those morning habits actually inculcated in my Career Champions Club. And we all share with each other what we did, what we couldn't do, or even our worst fears and our small wins. That I could get one interview call, I could complete my resume today. So they message in our Telegram group, and when there is a bad day for you, you start feeling, oh, I think, I'm not alone. There are people around me. And when you meet them in our Sunday meetups, you can directly interact with them and you feel, wow, I mean, I'm not alone now. I mean, and on this career journey, sometimes your family doesn't understand you because they cannot, right? You work in a field where your family doesn't even know. Your friends may not be with you, and that's why I'm building this community of, we can say, career. I mean, we say career champions. Okay, so Rishikesh, you touched upon a point where uh, we live in a modern world where we are connected on social media, but we are not really connected. We are not really interacting that well. So it's time to build communities. And you know what? I am part of a coaches community where I'm learning. I have built my coaches mastermind where I'm constantly learning from them. And when I started my entrepreneurship journey, I joined startup leadership program for the same reason, so that I was in a part of a 25 close program, and I could learn so much from everyone. Okay, guys. So today's world, you have to learn from each other, and it's not a new concept. At your school, you learned more from each other than your teacher. Think about it. You picked up traits, you picked up things from your friends, right? And that's why it's so important to let go of some things from your environment and add the positive things which serve you in your environment, Rishikesh. Okay, so hoping to help you more on this journey. uh, Life at its best, your strategy is good. I think you are part of Career Champions Club, probably. Thank you so much for that comment. Okay, everyone. So I think I'm sure I've answered all the questions. If not, you can still comment in the chat. As I told you, your next step is join my masterclass tomorrow. It's Friday, 13 October, 8 p.m. harshadbhagwat.com/webinar. If you miss this link, that's fine. Just DM me on LinkedIn. I'll give you a free course, free guides, and the webinar link as well. Hoping to have more interactions with you. I'm planning to have these live sessions every week on LinkedIn. And next week, I'm also bringing a very special guest along with me on LinkedIn Live as well. So stay tuned with me on my LinkedIn my channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll help you along the way. I'll continue to help you along the way, along your job search and career growth path. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, Rishikesh. So we will work on all these aspects for your career growth. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I could give you some pointers. It's in a short interaction, but I'm sure it's not our last interaction. Thank you so much, and see you in my next LinkedIn Live. And hoping to see some DMs from you, hoping to understand your specific career challenges. I always reply to your DMs. Okay. Stay connected with me on LinkedIn. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.